is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Hangin with Cowboys.
It's Victory Monday.
This is what we do, baby. This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Shannon Holstein.
We going to the Super Bowl, boys. Cancel Mexico.
Feeling good.
The trip's over.
How you liking this roller coaster ride?
Man, I tell you what, for our sakes and the fans' sakes, I'm not even worried about the team or the coach, but for our sakes and anybody that watches this team, this was a must-win game because this was about to be a long, miserable, not only week, but probably season if they did not win this game. I am so happy they won this game.
Yeah.
Why do we have to, me and Kurt, suffer through your your emotional roller coaster? Me, Kurt, and Doug. Yep. Excuse me, Doug, for forgetting you. Why do we have to suffer through your emotional roller coaster?
Because y'all are suffering too. You just won't say it. You won't say it out loud. I'm okay with being a week-to-week basket case. It's okay. It is okay. Hey, before we get started,
okay.
Nate wanted to wait until we won a game to do this. So, Kurt,
yes, sir.
We got some gifts from Tommy John. So let's unwrap these.
No.
Yeah, I'll unwrap mine.
Okay, unwrap yours.
Right.
I like to keep mine until I get home.
I don't even know
what it is.
Let's see. Tommy, our friends at Tommy John were nice enough to send us something.
I'm glad I didn't unwrap mine.
So let's see what we got. Ooh. Let's see here. Feel that. Put that on your
man.
head, Kurt.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I couldn't unwrap mine. No, sir, I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Why?
Doug, I'm glad I didn't.
Why?
That would have been too much to see.
Does the whole room go dark?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, Cowboys even.
Whoa.
Like
Oh,
it.
Look
that's
at
going to be
that.
the biggest Cowboys.
I tell you what. Somebody's going to get a surprise one
hot
weekend.
night.
Yeah, boy.
They rubbed the beard and it's
That's
all
what I'm
over.
talking about, man.
like it.
Thank you, Tommy John. Thanks for hooking us up.
Thank you, Tommy John.
Man, those are nice.
I would not subject the fans to that Tommy Johns of mine. Tommy Johns.
I really want to see your underwear, Nate.
Nah, you can't do that.
Thank you, Tommy John. All right.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk some football. Call us. 888-855-2297. 888-855-2297. So many places we could start.
So many.
So many good things and still so many bad things.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask y'all, I couldn't wait to come on the show to ask y'all this. Did y'all have the feeling at the end of the game that they were going to line up for that 37-yard field goal and this poor guy was going to miss it?
Leave it to Broadus. Leave it to Broadus.
Was Broadus losing his mind?
Well, this is the decision of all decisions versus, I'm like, and in the middle of that, Broadus, don't go there. You don't know what I'm going to say. I said, it's coming back down to our kicker that we lost, right? Yeah, don't even go there.
And see, after watching him Thursday night in that purple and white, I was in just a little tear rolled down my eye. And then this guy that missed his first try as a Cowboy and has hit everything since lined up. And I was like, you know what? This is just poetic justice that he's going to miss this and the fans are just
man.
But he nailed it, man.
Yeah,
he nailed it, and here we are.
We ran a big
Monday.
feature on Mahar in the game program.
Did
I'm
you?
going to take a little credit for his success.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll jump on
Please
that.
do, because we needed a win. Thank you for his success.
What's some interesting stuff that you had in the program?
Well, I just talked about how, these kind of do or die kicks like he had. He's been doing that his whole career because you think going back to OTAs, every kick meant something because he was going to get cut. Mm-hmm. And so he's been under this pressure, living life on the edge kind of this whole time. Every kick has been a pressure kick for him because he was fighting for a job.
And remember this, you're never loved more in Dallas than when you are cut.
Right. Right.
I'm saying,
or you retire.
Yeah, you retire. And you that's when you find out, man, they really love me.
Yeah.
They booed me. They talked about me. They wrote bad things about me, but they really love me.
Ask Tony Romo, right?
Yeah.
So you're right. He kicked himself into a job. He made it to where they couldn't cut him because, Garrett talked about that, how they put him in situation after situation during camp, and he just kept hitting everything that they set him up for.
So when it comes to pressure kicks, now this was obviously a bigger one given the setting, but every kick's been a pressure one for him.
So we shouldn't be worried.
Nah.
They line him up from
Let's go.
45 or in.
And Mahar, we trust.
Okay. All right. He played in the CFL too, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, old rookie, young
Yeah.
rookie.
Yeah.
This is his first stint in the NFL, right?
It is. First time making a team. He's been through tryouts. But, yeah, he played 2-3 years up in Canada.
And he was with us, 2013 or 14?
He came to camp one other year, yeah.
1 year? Okay. All right, so we're trusting Maher, right?
Maher. I
Maher.
keep hearing different pronunciations.
I think
It's Maher.
He's a kicker. Just call him the kicker.
kicker.
Nate's like he doesn't need a name. He's a kicker.
Yeah,
right?
until like he do like my other boy did. Until he really get 4 or 5 in a row. I didn't know the other kid name until he's like, this dude ain't gonna go away. Now if he ain't gonna go away, then I'm gonna learn his name. Other than that, he's just a kicker.
All right. Kurt, let's start with you.
Yes, sir.
What was the most encouraging thing and the most discouraging thing? Because there was good and bad to go around.
Yeah.
What were your two good and bad?
Well, the encouraging thing, I think they finally listened to us, and they got Zeke more involved. I'm glad we shared in that game planning. But, yeah, it was great to see him really take control of the game. That freed some Dak up. Wasn't much pressure on him. Nice to see him work some passing routes there. I think that catch he had, the big one at the end, was the first time he's caught one over 20 yards in his career. So it's nice to use him a little bit more in that regard.
Wow, that's nice.
Does it bother you that our best receiver is also our best running back?
No, just catch the ball, I guess. That's all we need. Negative. We're going to go negative today. I was hoping we keep this all positive.
Okay, then we don't have to. That was
What
encouraging.
do you, it's not negative. What we need to work on?
Well, Stafford, our defense didn't exactly shut them down. Stafford had a big day. The secondary probably wasn't quite what you'd like to see on a regular basis.
So you're saying scheme-wise, they need to pick it up because Awuzie was all over his guy.
Yeah,
He was right there. Hell of a throw.
You couldn't, if you'd have been at a gambling table, man, that dude left broke. I mean, he had everything covered.
Yeah.
He had everything covered.
And maybe it wasn't the whole second, because Awuzie had a good game. I thought Byron
Yeah.
Jones, for the most part, he's continuing to play well. Maybe it's our safeties that, Jeff Heath had an up and down day. So.
Mental lapses is what's getting.
That was your big. That was your big negative.
Oh man, it's not. It's just that's disappointing, man. That's just not. You when you play the better teams in the league, which now teams will know who they are now. I mean, you're either gonna be good or bad. And, if you're trying to be bad, that's just who you are. But now teams are focused and they know what they can and can't do. And you never want to look at your team and say, man, that dude, he can straight out ball until we scheme it up.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be the other way around. Like, okay, man, we can help him a little bit through scheme. But when they say, man, this dude, man, he going to mess up. And it schemes, when you blow schemes, they turn into touchdowns. It just turn into touchdowns. Mm-hmm. And that's my deal. You can't blow coverages, or you can't not know who to block. Because if you don't know who to block, then Dak is getting eat up. If you don't know who to cover, then you hanging somebody out to dry, and it's a touchdown. So that's my biggest issue is for all the goodness we did, I'm gonna continue to say this, and especially when you go on the road, you're gonna have to be able to tackle, and you're gonna have to be able to not blow coverages. Offensively, you got to know who to block and where to be when it's time to catch the ball. At least you can knock it down. If you can't catch it, at least knock it down.
What was the biggest, the brightest spot for you, the most encouraging thing?
I remember I was watching a movie called Clash of the Titans.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah, great movie. And the people would not worship Zeus. They even knocked down his statue. Mm-hmm. And this was for Hades, his brother who lives underneath.
This is deep already.
This is.
Yeah, Hades.
I'm interested where this is going.
Yeah.
Hades was trying to take over the upper world. He lived in the underworld. Mm-hmm.
But
he
Zeus
came
had a
up.
mule.
But he came up with a scheme when they knocked down the statue of Zeus. he said, okay, well, I'm going to take over because of evil. And he went to his brother, they don't love you anymore. Unleash the Kraken. The Kraken for us is number 21. But I'm going to go on and tell you how the movie ended, right? I'm going to tell you how the movie ended, right? Well, once Hades talked Zeus into releasing the Kraken if they don't surrender the queen, the princess, to Zeus as a sacrifice. But he knew that if evil took over, the Kraken took over, that he will rule the. So they went out and got Medusa and showed Medusa to the Kraken and cracked the Kraken up. But anyway.
Yeah, they chopped her head off and they showed him the chopped off head and he turned to stone, right?
Yeah, but anyway, we the only Medusa we got is our own team is our Medusa that can stop this Kraken. I don't think nobody else can stop this Kraken.
That's true.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah.
You like the story?
I love the story.
That was great.
I love the story. It's a little bit deeper than Think Like a Mule, like Douglas said.
Well, Douglas, don't take a good thing and spoil it. To think like a mule, there's always an analogy coming behind that. Let's go to Anthony.
Okay,
man.
Real Anthony in Miami. What's up, man? Thanks
You
for
ain't
holding.
got long, bro. You don't have
Come
long.
on now, man. Come on now.
You don't have long. What's your statement?
Hey, y'all want the cat or y'all want the dog? What did I tell y'all? 214, baby. And number 4, you lucky to have a quarterback with the poise and the leadership and the moxie that this dude have. The only thing that bothers me about this offense that we did, stop getting to the goal line, man, first and goal and doing that crap, man. Trying to find Rico like you were trying to find Dez and y'all missing. You got 21 like you say the beast, the Kraken back there. Stop, man. You can't fool nobody all the time.
You know what?
Come on, Nate.
You know what? And that bothered me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That bothered me to the fact that here we are. He trying to throw a ball to this kid, and the kid ain't ready yet. He just ain't ready. He ain't ready, and I'm with you on that right there, man.
He ain't ready.
I'm liking that 214 because that's the prefixes on a lot of our phones, bro.
Hey, you know who bothering me? 25. I don't know if y'all noticed this. I love Woods, but since Woods got back into this lineup, you watch, even with Sean Lee last week, because people say without Sean Lee we ain't gonna do it. No, we blew some coverages last week. Since Woods got back in this lineup, man, I don't know what's going on back there. So hey, I'm gonna let these other people get in, man.
All right, thank
214, baby. 214.
Thank you, Anthony. All right, man. 888-855-2297.
He does have a point there about the safety play. I mean, it looked like a weakness yesterday.
See, when you look at the game, I'm always looking like, what can we duplicate? What can we duplicate? What can we replicate? But also, what can we take away that will make us good? The little things that will make us over the top. If we tackle better, we automatically become a better team. Right. If we don't blow coverages, just think, man. Just think. That's not a touchdown. And if it is, it's at least a contested touchdown.
Do you give 25 a little bit of a pass because he still hasn't been on the field a whole lot because he's been injured and maybe he's just learning through all this?
Well, I'm going to tell you right here, you don't have a choice right now. Mm-hmm. Kayvon is hurt. Jeff is hurt. Jeff is beat up. I mean, he beat up. It's 4 games in.
Right.
So you have to give Woods a chance. Is Tyree Robinson still with us, or we released him?
He was in the locker room last week.
So
I don't know if he's on the practice squad.
He's another safety.
And he a young guy, Tyree Robinson, and he's a young guy. So
out of Oregon.
Yeah, he's on the. He must be in the Abraham
squad,
Campbell is the other guy.
So this is who you got, man. This is who we got. This is our team, and it's just little things that takes you to the next level. It's just little things.
You know what? There was a dude that was on the field during warm-ups, and a lot of times there's guys that
So would ladies play now?
No.
Well, you said it was a dude on the field.
It was a dude on the field.
Well, majority of them, except some refs ain't.
But he was just a dude. I didn't even know his name. That's the point.
Straighten this out, for crying out loud. What is going on?
A lot of times you'll see guys that are on the practice squad stretching and stuff. No, this dude came out in uniform, and I was like, I hit Jeremiah. I was like, who is that? And he goes, I don't know. And it was Reed.
Yeah.
I had to like walk behind him to see his. Didn't even know the dude was on the team. Reed.
We have so many
He had a
new
tackle.
people. Yeah, we had so many new people.
Oh, Karan Reed. Yeah, we
Yeah,
picked him up.
you'd be like, who is this guy? Mm-hmm. It's so many things that you can, if you want to be an apologist for this team, first of all, they're a young team. You know, but that only works until the regular season start. Now if you're on the field, you're a veteran guy, especially after 4 games.
No excuses, right?
Yeah, so you can say they're a young team, but they didn't. And everybody can use this one. They didn't play during the preseason.
Yeah.
It's just so many excuses you can use when things don't go right, but it don't work that way because at the end of the year, somebody gonna pay for that.
Yeah. Jerry Conway, what's up, Jerry?
What's up, Shannon? How are you, sir?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Doing good. I called to be the voice of reason on this Monday and make sure you don't cancel your Mexico trip too quickly.
Don't bring me down, Jerry. Let me enjoy this.
You ain't got
Monday.
long, Jerry. So you hurry up with your downer.
I'm not down, and I just got some questions. So, start out with the good. When I called in last week, we had talked about shorter passes, doing things to open up the run game, and they did that great this week. He was hitting quick passes. They took a couple shots deep. That opened up the running game. I mean, that over-the-shoulder pass he threw to Zeke was beautiful. I'd love to see him do more of that. To the naysayers that say, you can't do this by making Zeke just the only spotlight of the team. Look at what Pittsburgh does with Bell, even when Brown's in there. The guy accounts for 60-70% of their offense during certain games. Obviously, you can't do it in every game, but it can be done. Now, on the flip side of this, everybody's going crazy about what happened, but it was Detroit. They're dead last in the league in points. They don't have the edge rush of the two teams that are coming up on the slate. They don't have Campbell, they don't have Watt, they don't have Clowney that are coming in. I think their edge rushers have I think they could only have one sack this year. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't check the stats today. Moving forward, they showed a lot of new wrinkles to the offense this week. The challenge is now they have tape on it, and how are these better defenses going to respond to this now that they see, these couple new wrinkles?
All right, my brother. All right, thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
I mean, that is a good point.
You take each game as it comes. You fix the game, win, lose, or draw that you played. We have faced decent pass rushers. You cannot because we have Clowney on one side, we have J.J. Watt. So I think, when he healthy, he's one of the best players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what?
What?
Their quarterback got sacked 6 times last week.
Mm-hmm.
Did he mention that? Don't bring me that gloom, bro. Don't bring me that gloom unless you're gonna bring me some joy.
Mm-hmm.
That's for real. I mean, they got problems too. They can't run the ball. So now guess what? For everything their defense can do to us, our defense can do to them. So I ain't trying to keep calling us back, bro. But this game is played by offense, defense, and special teams. So, I mean, you can't bring me a scouting report on half a scouting report. You got to bring me the whole.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
That was one thing about Dak yesterday I was impressed with was he faced a little bit of pressure. He was sacked 3 times, and just random stats here. Previous 9 times he'd been sacked 3 times in the game. That he'd only thrown for 200 yards. 2 of those outings, he tossed 3 touchdown passes to 9 interceptions. When he was sacked 3 times, they only won 3 of those games. So for yesterday, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, threw for 200 yards. They win the game. He showed a little something to me. That he's stayed in it.
And I agree with you, bro. And this is like when I looked at Detroit, I said, wow. We in trouble because they got that quarterback that can light you up. But I also had to give our corners up until yesterday, and like I said, Woosley to me didn't play bad. You know, you can't. Great defense can't never be great offense, and that's just how it is. And so I'm looking like, wow, they they ran the ball against this team. They did this. One thing that you got to always remember, and when I'm trying to tell us what we need to do better, is there's always in the season 16 games. Until you get to that 16th game, it's always tomorrow. And it's all about matchups. Can we do enough to offset what their quarterbacks are going to do? Yesterday, we was able to do that.
Yeah.
To offset that right there. Now, what's scary is, can we handle it on the road? We haven't proven that this year. We can't, but we do have what it takes to win on the road. We have a decent defense. If they tackle better and don't blow coverages, because I say their quarterback got sacked 7 times yesterday, one of their wide receivers caught for over 150 yards.
Right.
And then the other one caught for 100. So I'm just trying to make sure this man don't run folks off 75 out there.
I tell you what, looking at that game and looking at the passes that Stafford was making and looking at their running game, the way they get, I don't know how Detroit lost that game.
See, everybody that, with the show we do it with Broadus. What's my young lady name?
Lindsay.
Miss Lindsay. Miss Lindsay said, I don't like our team. And I'm like, we have literally from last year through the whole preseason to now, we have conditioned ourselves that this team is nothing more than an 8-8 or worse team. With 4 games, and the callers will call in, and that's what everybody see. Well, I've been on a 1-15 team. I've been on a 3-13 team. And you know what? It's some light even in that. Mm. If you're the type of person that say, you know what, it's gonna get better and it will be better, but I ain't finna let you take a victory that the Cowboys have had and turn it into a barn fire. Mm. Because
exactly.
Because if you that type, if you're gonna be that type right there, I mean, you're not gonna enjoy the season. You're not gonna enjoy the journey.
Right.
Oh man. Okay, well, let's just go from the point where, well, they didn't. The third down still ain't no better. Because our third downs ain't no better. Well, wow, man.
42% yesterday.
Cole Beasley, man.
That's better.
Cole Beasley, he caught a lot of passing, man, but he got a bad ankle. I don't even think he may play this week. I can go down the line and find something bad about every situation, but I promise you, Detroit's sitting over there like, wow,
they're a lot worse.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
dejected, and our players are trying to find out another way to win the next game.
Yeah, and I tell you what I think one of the more encouraging things for me, and you could talk about Zeke's monster day, and it looked like they loosened up the play calling, and Dak looked more comfortable. I think, to me, one of the most encouraging things was getting the ball back with a little bit over 2 minutes left in your own deep in your own territory, and being able to march down the field and put together a game-winning drive, even though it was a field goal. Have your kicker kick that. There's a lot of guys on this team that haven't seen Dak do that, and for him to show them we can do this. We have the capability, because earlier in the season I didn't feel really good about that. Like, if you get the ball back with 2 minutes left.
You voiced it several times.
So he proved me wrong. He did it.
Yeah.
And now I think that can build into something where it's like, hey, just give us the ball back. Give us a chance and we can march down the field and do it. And he showed me and those guys, hey, we have the capability. So
what you can't do in a game, what you can't do is, and this is where Jason Garrett gets so boring. Hey, we gonna go day by day, play by play, series by series, Each one they holds an individual talent.
Trust the process.
Wow, okay, yeah. But guess what it really is?
What?
The process.
Mm-hmm.
We a young team, which I forget, because once you line up, you line up. You're a young team. You're trying to fight through things. You got 2 new defensive coaches. You got 2 new offensive coaches. they teaching a little bit of different techniques. Some people taking to it quicker than others. So, but this is the fourth game. This is the game where I say you should be able to start putting it together. And we'll know what the Cowboys are. And if they're 8-8 team, I'm going to still have me some fun because that means I got at least 6 more victories, right? I got at least 6 more victories.
Hey, you got 6 more victories. You might have 12 more pair of underwear in here.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Eric, hang on. We'll see what you have for lunch on Hanging with the Boys.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with sideline access and photo ops with current players, alumni, and cheerleaders. That's not all, though. You'll get to talk X's and O's with Senior Director of Player Personnel Will McClay and, of course, with yours truly, me, Brian Broaddus. You can trust the official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and with us, you'll travel like a pro. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
While a player can look good on paper, it's when he's out on the field that you really find out what he's made of. That's why the Cowboys rely on more than stats and scouting reports when building their team. When picking a tractor, it's why you should rely on more than specs and features as well. You got to take it out and put it to the test. The Cowboys did when they named John Deere their official tractor. To experience one for yourself, visit your local Texas John Deere dealer or go to myjohndeeredealer.com/football.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
38 on the left hash for Chris Jones to set it up at the 28-yard line to win the game. Snap, hold, kick, Maher, good! Cowboys win. It's a Maher walk-off.
Maher walk-off.
Walk-off. All right.
Kurt.
Oh, I got to do this.
Yeah, do
That's why
that.
I'm here.
Yeah, you got to read.
Picking number 1 in the draft is a good thing, but picking your wedgies is a bad thing. So never pick again. Reach for Tommy John instead, the innovative men's underwear that has a no wedgie guarantee. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 20% off your first order. That's TommyJohn.com/Cowboys.
Aye, laddie.
Thank you, Tommy John.
If you are in the area today, you need to come out to the Star between 4 and 5:30. They are launching the Dak collection.
Ooh.
Out here at Cowboys, what is it? Fans United Pro Shop?
Yes.
Right here
Yes.
at the Star.
Around the corner.
Right around the corner outside at Tostitos Plaza. Dak is going to be there signing autographs for anyone that purchases new gear from the
Really?
Dak collection, and it's spelled D4K. It's his new line, and I believe it has something to do with, I want to say it's something to do with some charities he's 100% of all proceeds from sales of this collection will benefit Dak's Faith, Fight, and Finish Foundation.
Wow, 100%.
100%. That's what it says.
You don't hear that too often.
You don't. You do not. So check it out. You can come out here and meet Dak if you're in the area, take a tour, hang out, eat some food, buy some gear.
You know, let me repeat this. You know, we have great callers, and we have and I respect every one of y'all. But, man, I'm going to tell you one thing. It's certain things that I'm never going to go for.
What's that,
you know?
Nate?
And that's when you win, I'm not going to – anybody that's had struggles in life, see, because I can't do an analogy of I don't know what's been hard for you in that you've overcame, but I know playing in a football game and what it takes to win that game – it's too hard. So I can't give you an analogy of because it ain't a life-threatening situation. So I can't give you that analogy. You know, but it sure ain't just like going to work every day on a 9 to 5. You see what I'm saying? Because your body is getting punched, beat up, and hurt, and you got to think through all that. Like our boy, 38, Jeff Heath. I mean, they had to literally. He took so many shots during that game and before that game, and I'm talking about physical shots, to eventually had to take his helmet away.
Yeah.
So when that game was over, he done gave his all. And so you think you want to hear about, hey, man, just wait the next week. Y'all ain't going to win?
Mm-hmm. Right. He wants to hear us talk about how he didn't play well in some areas.
Yeah, but the thing about it is he played and gave his all. And see, that's why I can't be critical of him. That's why I can't say, oh, my God, we got to get another – because he gave what he gave. He didn't blow no coverages. He just came up and couldn't make the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gave what he gave. Now, we know he better than what he showed on that sideline when he came up and let Golden Tate fake him out. You know, now he better than that. He knew he should have kept coming to that dude. You know, but that one way the running back ran into him. Oh, geez.
That was a shot.
Heard around the world.
And to answer your question, things that I have been through that have been tough every damn day when I come on this show and have to do it with you guys and Douglas.
Just take a beating.
I overcome adversity every single day.
You know, because losing, boy, that's if you care about your craft and what you do and the job that you do. You know, I hear my wife say, man, you know, you go to work every day and it's just negative. You know, that applies to me, you, everybody. When you just go to work and no matter how great a job you do or how hard you give it up, you know, right around the corner is adversity. You know, but at least I can walk around the corner and see adversity. I just adversity ain't coming to me.
Right.
You know.
It ain't trying to run you over.
Yeah. Wow.
Eric, North Carolina, man, what was for lunch?
Hey, I haven't eaten lunch yet, guys.
Oh, man. It's 2 o'clock.
I know. I've been so busy today. Usually it's slow today, so
I don't
know what's going on.
You been busy celebrating Victory Monday?
I was celebrating hard yesterday, buddy. You can believe that, man. I was worried, though. I thought he was going to miss the kick. I'm not even going to lie, y'all. So, you know, I'm glad that didn't happen. But I do just want to make a quick comment. I like how they use Zeke early and often. They set the tone of the game with Ezekiel Elliott. It reminded me a lot of Thursday night how McVay was using Todd Gurley early and often, using him to score the first touchdown as a passing touchdown. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense to have to make certain decisions how to defend us when you're using Zeke at that capacity. So I just want to see them continue to, really build an offense around him. I mean, I feel like that's our best shot to score points and win games, guys. And one more thing, the safety issue, I know it's heavily talked about today. They're not looking all that great on the back end. Is that a fixable issue? If it is, can we fix it with the players that we have? Do we have to look outside this team? Because they're struggling right now, man. It's obvious, man. So I'm going to hang up and let you guys take on me real quick today because I'm busy. Love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later this week. Cowboys for life.
Thanks, Eric. And
let me say this, man. Kurt, answer that.
Hang on before we answer it. I like how Eric said, I was real quick today, and he's still longer than any other caller on any other show
nice to Eric.
ever.
She said.
I'm really quick. Okay, now answer that question, Kurt.
Can we fix the safety problem? Is that what the question?
I think that he's concerned with the secondary and the safety. Do you play with what you got, or do you try to go get somebody?
Well, at this point, I don't know for sure who else they can get. So I think they're kind of be playing with what they got. You hope that a guy like Woods, he's still young. He's missed some time. You hope he can continue to develop. You hope Frazier gets healthy. You hope Heath stays healthy. I mean, it's not going to be the strongest unit, but I think it can definitely be a serviceable unit.
You know what I love about football and hate at the same time, and I think that's why we tune in every single week. Weeks 1 and 2, this is the best defense in the league. This is a top 10 defense. And now we fixed the offense one week, and the defense is broken. Oh, my God.
We're being negative. We need to be
This
positive.
is a terrible
right?
defense.
No, it's a defense that just needs to focus in on the details.
What'd you say last week? Be smart.
Yeah,
Be smart.
Yeah, focus in on the details and tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my only issue, man.
Their problems now are more mental, I think. Do you think they're more mental than physical? I mean,
they come up and hit, try to hit, but you got to bring a guy down to the ground. You know, and I, you know, and people say, why do you do that during the season? I don't know. Go ask Jacksonville. they know how to do it. You know, I mean, go ask Jacksonville, and you may find out that they practice a little harder than most people too.
Yeah, and I think another encouraging thing for me, I keep bringing these up and stringing them out, but your defense had a little bit of an off day, and your offense was able to pick up the slack and do a better job. So if you can get them both clicking at the same time, you stay around 500 where they're at, and you figure this thing out a few weeks down the road. Who knows,
It's
man?
going to be figured out today.
But it wasn't on Sunday.
Yeah,
4
but
games in, the preseason's over. Let's go.
Yeah, now one thing.
Can we extend that to 5 games and then reevaluate?
No, because if you play the cat and mouse game, you are looking at 8 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
And you just do not want to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, 8 and 8. Okay, we picking at number 16 again this year, y'all. Oh, do we get a good player? Or do we get a missing hit player? I'd rather be picking at 29 or worse every year.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's win 10 games or 2, one or the other, right?
But again, I think the problems, whatever problems they may be having, are more mental than they are physical. That it's not necessarily the guys can't play. It's more like missing assignments or
Let me ask you this.
taking the wrong angles.
That's
on
all right.
tackles.
Good point. As a team, physical and mental, 2 different games within the game. Physical, you can get stronger as you go, right?
Right.
You can work out. You can lift weights. You can be more flexible. You can work on technique. Mental, can you get better mentally as the season goes?
Yes, you can. Yeah. You know, don't let the lights get so bright till it cuts off the oxygen to your brain. You know, when you take a test, you know, here go with the analogies. When you take a test.
I love analogy, Nate.
when you take a test, a lot of people wait right up to the last minute and they cram.
Right here.
Yeah, they cram. But
it's so big and it's a lot to take.
Before that, you ain't listen to the teacher, you ain't listen to the professor. You know what's on this. You know what the test is about. But all of a sudden, you cram. Okay, all you asking for is what you believe in your mental capabilities. Mm-hmm. Because all you doing is I cram for the last 4 hours. It's fresh on my mind, and I remember. Mm-hmm. Okay, so even if you take that test the following week, you gonna about remember what's there. Well, it's the same with football. It's like when you see something, you've been there before. Rely on your eyes, rely on what you see, and go do it.
Trust yourself and your instincts.
Yeah. Don't sit there and it's like you done had a whole week, and coaches coaching sections. Today it's about short yardage and goal line. Tomorrow it's about third and long. Second and long, situational offenses, red zone. Have a day for red zone. What they like to do, the coaches make it where it's so simple. And on top of that, you got a $5,000 pad that they give you. Hey man, here go a pad. $5,000. They done invested in this pad. Microsoft. It looks good too. You can call up. Hey, what they look like on third and long? Give me all they plays over the last 4 games, and sitting right there. Mm-hmm. So you can study it. Hey, how do I apply our scheme to what it look like? What's the strength and what's the weaknesses? This is what this coach, you're getting it 2 or 3 ways. Your coach is telling you, you got it. Your coach is telling you so you can get it mentally. He's writing it down so you can get the vision part of it, and you go out on the field so you can get the physical work and see it, and that's how it all come together. You getting it. Now, when the lights pop on and the crowd start hollering and it's full-grown men over there, Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, and Galladay, now all of a sudden it's before you. Can you cover it?
Yeah. As Mike Tyson used to say, everybody's got a game plan until you get hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Yeah.
Douglas, you were random as hell with the drops today.
Yeah, that was-
you forced that last one. I hope no one heard that.
A little sketchy, that last one.
It got potted down.
Oh, okay. Did you hit the wrong button?
In a manner of speaking.
Okay.
The only difference is, like I tell people, the only difference is in taking your psychology test or your math test. The only difference is you're liable to be got hit before the next test.
Get hit in between questions.
Yeah. So,
Robert, New York. What's up, Robert?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Awesome. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for calling.
Thanks. Kirk, in our prayers, brother, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Hey, hold on, sir. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, we got Robert. We got the two doobie skinheads over there. Say, yeah.
Yeah, you need to go take care of that.
Man, when I look at you two guys, y'all look so scary too. We don't need a third one in the booth.
Nah, Nate, you gotta keep that head clean for Kirk, Nate.
Man, it's getting cold. I'm gonna have to side with Doug and lie on my wife.
Listen, Shannon. Did you persuade Dave to grow his beard? And if so, what do you think of it?
Nah.
Also,
go ahead.
Also, I'm gonna ask my questions. I'm gonna hang up and let you guys talk.
Okay. All right.
What was going through your mind, Shannon, when you seen Zeke catch that bomb? Because I'm watching it live, and it happened right in front of you. So I'm like, oh, look at Shannon live. I'm like, I see him. So then also, Big Nate, I got one for you. We have 500 right now. If you could draft any position other than safety, Big Nate, what position would you draft? And if we make it to the playoffs, Nate, you got to grow your beard, all right?
Got to play
All right,
that.
okay, bro. Your time about to run out, so you got something for Kurt?
You gonna throw one in there for Kurt?
Yeah.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah, so Kurt better grow a beard.
Kurt can.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robert.
All right.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Appreciate it. So we already starting draft questions, man. But let's go ahead and I'll answer my two. You answer your one.
answer your two,
this will
man.
be the only time anyone ever wants to ask me more questions than they want to ask Nate. So I'm going to enjoy this. But if you could draft a position.
No, you say you're going to answer yours first.
No, I'm going to answer. You answer yours.
yours first.
Okay, I'll do mine first. Dave's beard. No, Dave is just lazy and he doesn't like to bathe. And he definitely doesn't like to shave. So I had no influence on that.
Wow.
Zeke's bomb, you are correct. I was standing right there.
You was, bro?
Oh, right. He caught it and landed like right at my feet. I had to take like a step back to make sure I didn't get smoked.
Did you get a good picture?
I didn't get a good picture. I don't do pictures anymore.
Did James?
But I'm sure James and Jeremiah both did. But I thought.
We'll have to see if we can get a hold of that, and we'll put it up on the screen tomorrow.
Do
Man,
that.
that was.
You know what I actually was
catch,
thinking
man.
as it was in the air?
What's that?
I was thinking, we talked about this on the show this week. Line them up, spread them out, get him mismatched on the linebacker, and let's go down the field with Zeke. That's I'm not kidding. As the ball's in the air, that's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, it was cool to be right there and see the ball come out of Dak's hand, and then you look and you go, hold it. That's the running back. That's not even the receiver.
And I knew the new word now is not behind the chains. The new word now is new wrinkles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new word.
Wrinkles.
now.
I got a couple of those in my forehead that I didn't realize I had right here. I think they're old age lines is what they are. Who would you draft, Nate? What position? Not who, but right now as this team is, you couldn't. His question was, you can't draft safety. What are you drafting?
I ain't drafting nothing.
Why not?
I got to draft what we need to help us win. So if I'm excluded from what we need to help us win, I ain't
safety or nothing, huh?
I'll just wait till the next year's draft.
Kurt, what do you think they need help right now? I guess you could make this a free agency move too. Who would you pick up in free agency? What position?
Maybe tight end. Although Swaim had a decent game.
I tell you
yesterday.
what, you think it's a coincidence?
I told you Swain can play, bro.
You think it's a coincidence that he came on our show?
Oh, we have to take full credit
for the first time this year last week, and my man caught his first NFL touchdown.
And the first pass from more than 10 yards.
Yeah.
37-yarder. Was it a 37-yarder he got? Man, I'm going to tell you something,
20-yarder.
He should be on the show every week.
I'm telling you something. I'm going to tell you who can play, bro.
Tell us who can play, Nate.
And I've been trying to say Swain is a good tight end. And even when last year, like, that boy all right. I'm telling you. Now, I can also tell you who need to hurry up and learn how to play. them the 3 tight ends behind him.
And poor Blake Jarwin, man, that should have actually been his touchdown.
That dude's snake.
That should have been his touchdown.
People start, you the second person walking up to me talking about that Blake Jarwin is really snake bit. I mean, even when he do something good, it don't happen for him.
Right.
I be like, this dude is snake bit. I'm telling you, man.
Do you like how Swaim's coming along, though?
Oh, yeah. This dude is going to give you maximum effort. I hate that he overthinks things. A lot of times, he's good enough now to just do it. Just do it, man. He got that solemn look on his face now where he's always in deep thought, But if that's what locks you in and focuses you on your task at hand, keep doing it, brother. Keep doing it.
What's not to like about him, Kurt?
I think he's doing well. Yeah,
he's answered the bell.
I mean, we talked to him a little bit. I guess that interview may run this week, but he's kind of coming out from under Witten's shadow. I think he's getting an opportunity.
What's his? Do you have his stats on the year? I know he caught 5 balls the week before. Yeah. Pull his stats up and let's look at him.
Well,
so strong at the ball.
He's got 11 catches for 104 yards, 9.5 yards per catch.
Does he have how many targets?
This doesn't have targets.
No. Okay.
You just can't. You got to. And see, this is what I keep telling myself when I take a deep breath and think, I'm like, okay, all of these guys are trying to work together. They're trying to piece this team together. Yeah, and I'm trying to. I should have did an over and under on fire Scott Linehan as offensive coordinator because I haven't heard nothing.
Isn't that amazing?
You should be in charge of that.
He's caught 11 of 16.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it sounded like they were talking about wrinkles and doing all this new stuff. It sounded like they just executed better. It wasn't really any.
And I talked to somebody on the football side out on the field before the game, and I was like, "What are you seeing?" Because we talk about, and I mentioned the show. I was like, we talked about this on the show, and it doesn't seem like you can put your finger. Usually, you can put your finger on one thing. Offensively, what are you seeing? And they said the same thing. It's a lot of missed, failed execution. They're just not executing. The plays are being called. The right numbers are being called. It's just they're not executing. They're getting behind the chains and they're, putting themselves in bad situations.
I just don't want to hear that no more, boy.
Zeke said that his 38-yard screen pass for a touchdown.
Linehan special.
They've done that play 3 times and he scored all 3 times that they've called it.
Really?
And I wonder if that was the play that he scored in Pittsburgh 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you have that clip?
I do not.
Somebody needs to Alvin Kamara.
I saw that on Twitter.
Straighten his nose ring.
That bothers you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Oof.
Who's got a nose ring?
There goes Zeke.
Alvin Kamara.
There goes Zeke.
He's in here on the NFL Network.
At least the Kraken, baby.
But Zeke referred to that play as the Linehan special.
The Linehan special.
They need to bring that out a little more often.
Dally.
Dally.
Yeah, they had Philly was the Philly special, wasn't it? Isn't that what they call it, Philly?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I made that up. All right, let's take another break. When we come back, I don't know what we're doing when we come back, but we will be back on Hangin with the Boys.
Like me and you love. I mean, if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code DALLAS at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Prescott goes screen right. Elliott down the right side to the 25, to the 20, to the 10. Elliott to the pylon. Zeke Elliott, touchdown. 38 on the screen.
And how about this? 38 yards, and who's 38 yards downfield to literally throw a block at the goal line? It's the center, Joe Looney.
Jumbo Joe.
Another fan of the guest of the show.
Getting
Jumbo Joe Looney doing some dancing also gets everybody going.
Getting the big man down the field to make the block. And Nate, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Zeke had the best game he's ever had as a Dallas Cowboy, and you still got little Zeke over there in the corner.
Yeah, we need some consistency.
Can we bring him out, or do we have to leave him over there?
Let me say this right here, man.
Nate.
I watched our offensive line. Bless the heart.
What? What's wrong with the offensive line?
Boy, Looney them had it. I mean, for a guy to call in and say, "Hey, they did, man." They was working. They were staying on their blocks. A couple of times I saw guys got just physically thrown down. I'm talking about our offensive line. I mean, just
Looney put one guy on his back.
Yeah, but I also seen Looney go on his. And I'm like. And see that I can enjoy that. I can appreciate that because you fighting with everything you got, to make sure that your quarterback or your running back is getting the opportunity to do what they can do. And I was just looking like one time I saw the left guard, man. Dude slung him off. He got back on him. And this is on one of Zeke's long runs. And then at the last minute, the dude was reaching out to get Zeke. And 52 through great effort just got just enough. So Zeke, and I'm looking at it and I'm appreciating how hard these guys are working to try to get the skill position guys going. And I'm saying to myself, a lot of people would not, they were like, oh, man, he got dogged out. But did you see the effort? Did you see the effort that he looked real bad on this play, but it was just enough to get Zeke
to make it
going.
work.
Yeah.
What was the furthest down the field you ever threw a block? 50, 60 yards?
No, I never got that far because the back was that far. I figured he should have scored.
remember, Nate? What'd you say? What'd you tell us? If you were running the 40, the first 10 yards you could beat anybody?
Yeah, 10 yards, I roll with anybody. Man, I'll bust. On these dudes on this team, 10 yards when I was a youngster. 10 yards, man. And if you did beat me with just.
But then, about 15, 20?
But that's one step after 10 yards.
Done.
Travis in Pennsylvania. What's up, Travis?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Great, man. How you doing?
First time I ever got through.
Awesome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Couple things. I'm excited about this season. I'm excited about David Irving coming back. Just want to know, first question about that, what's your thoughts on how far this defense can take this team with the stars up front, D-Law, and now Irving is being added. And now you have Chris Richard. I know these guys are young in the secondary, but how far do you think he can coach them along and kind of use some of the miscues as a learning experience, even though they won? And just how far do you think this defense can take this team?
Appreciate the call, Travis.
It's a good call.
So from what I understand, listening to Garrett this morning, David Irving's been in the building, been able to attend team meetings, right?
Team meetings has been working out on the side with trainers.
Right. Now he can participate in walkthroughs and practices this week, right?
Wednesday's the official day.
Wednesday? Okay.
Or he can work out with the team, but I think it's Wednesday is when they have to make a roster move to actually.
It's Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. Okay.
I just
Thank
saw
you.
that.
Okay.
Right.
So, Nate, when do you think we'll see him back on the field? And does that just add one more player to the rotation to make this defense better?
I hope he's coming back to help us, man. And I'm speaking from the heart. When I was a knucklehead. So when I'm speaking from the heart. And you have to show up for your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
And getting suspended, okay, that can happen. Getting suspended again, disappearing, you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. And you got people depending on you to do your job. So for us, with David Irving, and I'm a fan first because that's what I was before I became anything. I was a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. It's just you got to show up, man. And David, that he keep getting me, bro. I can't get excited about that because if you decide in your mind that what's happening in your household or what's happening in your world is bigger than what's happening during this 6 months, it kind of gets me, like with the Gregory situation where he punched the guy last week. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
What we doing right now is what put food on our table. What we doing right now, Super Bowl winners are basically taken care of for a lifetime.
Mm.
That's the 53rd man on the roster. And you come in and you inconsistent in how you doing things. David Irving, great athlete. Nicest guy in the world. Every time we talk to him, it's just a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
But these 53 guys over there I need you to get connected with. If you don't never do another interview for me and us, that's fine. But over there, we need for you to connect, bro.
What do you think, Kurt? Good thing that he's coming back, or distraction, or
no? I'm hoping for the best. I think it's going to be a good thing because he's obviously talented. If he can separate the off field with what he's doing on field, he's going to be a boost. I think he could be a huge boost. Obviously, what little time he has played, he's racked up the sacks. He's looked good out there. He's been a difference maker. You just got to hope, like Nate says, that the trust is there and he can be there every game.
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you something. 51, I can't think of his name. He played yesterday.
Reed?
Yeah, this dude dying to get out there. And who's to say that he's only maybe 5 or 6 reps from being a great player? But, okay, David Irving come back. Okay, somebody got to leave. A lot of people think it's going to be T. Will. We don't know for sure it's going to be T. Will.
Got to hope Antoine Woods is healthy.
Yeah, and so if everybody gets strong, and it's just fortunate that Woods and Malik is hurt, so you may not have to make a move,
Yeah, and you just hope, like, you don't know what he's going through and what he's been through, and you just hope as a person that, he gets all that figured out first and foremost, and then hoping he can get back and contribute to the team.
What I tell
be
people,
a good teammate.
What I tell people, and this is everyday life. If you have people that you're taking care of, and this is what I had to truly learn, if I'm going to be taking care of my wife and family, what do I have to do? I have to work.
Mm-hmm. Got to make money.
I have to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not responsible, I'm not only not going to be able to take care of my family, and my life is going nowhere. So it ain't no different. It's just a whole lot more money in a quicker situation than the normal setting. And that's what I tell people is when a person is so small thinking when they say, well, football ain't everything. Now, you're a football player. You went through Pop Warner, elementary, junior high, high school, and college. And you got the dash, well, football ain't everything. Well, and now you're a professional athlete. Okay, if it ain't everything, tell me the percentage of it. Tell me the percentage of it. And so.
Yeah. Well, guys.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
We're done?
We're not done with Victory Monday, but we're done with this victory show.
All right.
So, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for showing up.
Thank you.
Glad you made it today. Nate, thanks for bringing it.
Hey, man,
Douglas.
thanks for doing your hair, man. You're
good.
to be
Thank
commended, bro.
You are. I appreciate
So
that.
when are you doing yours?
You know.
Are you? This is your way of
Now,
backing out?
Doug's wife called my wife and said, "You ought to make Nate double think this."
Nate, I actually think you look better bald.
See, that's the advantage you have. You're single. You don't have to answer to anybody.
Right. And yeah, I didn't do this to look
Hey,
good.
we got a show tomorrow night. So when are you going to be on Concrete Cowboy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in a couple weeks.
Next week.
Maybe. We'll see.
Can you make it
Have
happen
you talked to
next
Nick
week?
about that?
Briefly.
He's trying not to get involved, and I don't understand why.
Well, I definitely want to go and hang out, but I mean, there's a lot of people up there talking.
It ain't like you can drink alcohol, so you might as well do the show.
Right.
Come on,
And
man.
it ain't like you talk a whole hell of a lot on this show anyway. At least you got 3 other people to take up the slack instead of just 2.
I was like, I'm not that messed
Yeah,
up.
you're
I
really
gotta
selling
call
me
the
on this.
show.
Thanks.
Huh?
You're really selling me on
Next
this.
week,
Thanks.
I'm gonna tell Nate. I'm gonna tell
2 weeks.
Nate. I'm gonna tell Nick to schedule it.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. All right. Douglas, thanks for pushing the buttons. Kent, thanks for doing what you do. We will be back tomorrow. You know what? Tomorrow or Wednesday, we're gonna pick all the NFC playoff teams.
We never heard
You wanna-
Mama
you wanna do
Gross's
that?
results.
No.
Nate doesn't let
Friday.
me talk about that till
Oh,
Friday.
No, but,
Friday, okay.
no, but he's supposed to at least tell us how she done, and then that was supposed to be the tease. He said, "Okay, my mama did."
Well, I
good."
did that last week, and you got on to me.
all you're supposed to say is her record, not who won and who lost. Just
Okay.
her record. That's what you're supposed.
That's right. You weren't on Friday.
No.
Mom called into the show.
Right.
We went over to the list, and
she gave us details of what she was thinking and stuff like that.
oh yeah, Douglas! Happy
Douglas.
birthday!
Thank you.
God,
Whose birthday today?
Douglas.
Happy birthday, Douglas.
Who?
Thank you, good sirs.
Who? MacArthur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
How you
McConnell.
gonna celebrate?
That guy in there.
Yeah.
The voice.
What are you gonna do, Douglas? Cut your hair?
I don't know.
I
I'll
ain't
go
matey.
home and go to bed early.
Don't watch out for the toilet.
How old are you, Douglas?
Hey, Kurt, Kurt hit him with a quick one.
How old are you, Douglas?
Yeah, the toilet is my nemesis now. I just went from being the 85 Bears 46 to Dexter Clinkscale's 47.
Oh.
Wow.
All right.
How about that?
I wouldn't have figured you was that old, man.
I know.
Wow.
So far, I've been
You
well
older than-
preserved,
than-
but
he
that could
older
go
than you.
downhill any
He's
year.
older than me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you, Kurt?
51.
Man.
Kurt's a young-looking 51.
Yeah, he is. Got some old dogs on this show. Man.
Wow, man.
I do.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Douglas.
We need a millennial on this show.
Happy birthday, Douglas.
Well, we wouldn't know how to talk to them. They'd be on their phone the whole time
That's
if we
true.
did that.
You're just trying to get rid
Can
of
somebody
one of us.
get Rob Phillips to call in, whether it's a win, lose, or draw, and do something? Because on the show, we have everybody in there.
Uh-huh.
When we do the show, everybody tweet something, and we're able to get it with Rob, whether we win, lose, or draw. So when you see Rob say, text something after the football game so we can put it on our show.
Well, he's on Alexa. Is that what he's up to?
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
He's the voice of Alexa for
He
us.
is. Him and
Lindsay.
Lindsay are the voices of Alexa when you ask for news. So
Interesting.
yeah. All right,
He
Douglas.
too big time for us.
We're gonna get out of here. We will see you tomorrow, 12:30, same time, same place, same delivery channels. Hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!